Prologue. Savannah. Atlanta held its breath the day I buried my father, Martin Blake. The biggest CEOs in the industry lined the pews, some actually mourning the death of my father, while others silently calculating how swiftly they could claim pieces of the empire he'd left vulnerable. These weren't mourners, they were vultures in designer suits. I saw them all. Harold Kensington of Stratton Holdings, whispering to his legal team, trying to coach two of our most profitable accounts. Dahlia Whitmore, who once sat beside my mother at charity luncheons. The same damn lady who used to kiss my cheeks at galas and tell me I could rule the world, had the nerve to have her legal team draft a motion to challenge my pending role as interim CEO before the coffin was even lowered. I watched Dahlia's smile fold into calculation and imagined the contracts she'd already started drafting in her head. Cursive clauses like little knives. Seated in the front row were Alejandro Lopez and Lorenzo Baptiste, my father's oldest friends. Their eyes were watchful, silent, protective. Alejandro's jaw was a line of granite. Lorenzo's cane scraped the polished floor once, a soft warning like a metronome counting time for whatever war was coming next. And beside me, the love of my life, Roman Creed. We were in love undeniably and unapologetically. He was there when my world cracked open in that hospital room, when my father's heart gave out and mine tried to follow. He held me until the beeping stopped, until I could breathe again, until I remembered who I was. And now we are closer than ever, brushing our shoulders, hands linked tightly, his thumb gently stroking mine, not for show, not for comfort, but because we were each other's anchors. His presence said everything. I'm here. I've got you. You're not alone. He didn't say it out loud. He didn't need to. His silence was louder than any vow. He smelled of cedar and a reckless kind of safety, the smell that used to make the world shrink to the size of his arms. My body remembered the ease he'd given me like a currency I could never reclaim. He sat beside me, jaw locked, eyes fixed forward. That man wasn't just fine. He was the kind of beautiful that disrupted air, waves laid, goatee sharp, and suit molded to a body built for both sin and salvation. But today, he was all restraint, a storm dressed in black. I felt him before I looked at him. Roman never needed to speak to fill a room. His presence moved like a low drumbeat, steady and ancient, claiming space without permission. The church didn't breathe. It held its sorrow the way stone holds cold, the kind that seeps through black wool and well-pressed grief until it settles heavy against my skin. The casket lay before us. Flowers softening, nothing. Death doesn't care about legacies or the way families fracture in public while pretending not to. People whispered. Lorenzo murmured something to Alejandro. Harold and Dahlia whispered like grief was gossip they couldn't wait to trade. Camille Fontaine sat several rows back, legs crossed, gaze calculating, slicing through the room like she owned the lighting. I wasn't crying, couldn't. My tears had burned off weeks ago, boiled out of me by secrets and betrayals that rewrote my bloodline. I sat tall, sharp, unbreakable in public. A Blake never buckles where the world can see. The pastor's voice droned above us, swallowed by stained glass shadows. I wasn't listening. I was watching Roman, the way his hands flexed, the way his chest rose in measured breaths, the way every muscle in him looked ready to snap. He hated funerals. He hated endings. He couldn't fight. I leaned into him, brushing his shoulder. That tiny contact grounded us both. You okay? He asked, voice low enough to settle under my ribs. Not even close, I whispered. He nodded. Good. Means you're still alive in here. The moment you go numb, they win.